What's up, guys? I'm BJ the Movie Geek. You may know me on Twitter as BJ17 the Movie Geek. I am here doing my very first YouTube video. It's taken me a while to get this started, so I can't wait to do this. So, hope you guys like it. Today, I'm going to be giving you an in-depth review of Avengers Endgame. I finally got the chance to watch it, so I can't wait to talk about this movie. I just love the movie so much. Before I get into it, though, I'm going to warn you. This video will contain massive spoilers. Massive spoilers for the movie. So, yeah, that's your warning. This is going to contain a lot of spoilers. Alrighty. Still here? Good. Alright. So, first off, it begins... It really got me in the very beginning of the video. It gets me, and I'm like, wow. It was a scene that we all predicted. It's when Clint Barton's family gets dusted. They get dusted. And I heard everybody in the theater gasp. They just gasp. And I'm sitting there like, oh man, no. Clint Barton is my favorite Avenger, next to the Hulk. I love Hawkeye. Hawkeye gets a lot of slack, but I actually really, really like him. So, I felt terrible for him when his family got dusted. So, yeah, that's how it went off. Then, we got to hear about Tony Stark and Nebula. They're in space, drifting along. They've run out of food and water. Oxygen's about to go out. All of a sudden, Captain Marvel comes. It's all like that. They get there, and... That's basically how the first act begins. And they're able to track down Thanos thanks to Nebula. They go to Titan 2, as they're calling it, but in the movie they call it the Garden, but in marketing purposes, they've officially named it Titan 2. They find him, and Thanos has destroyed the stones, and I'm sitting there like, oh boy. And finally, that's when Thor just takes Stormbreaker and just ups, whammo, chops Thanos' head clean off. And I'm sitting there like, wait, what's going on? Like, I'm sitting there, what's going on here? How can they fight Thanos if Thanos is dead? And so, right when Thanos walks out and there's that fade to black, I'm sitting there going, that's a pretty good movie. And then, 5 years later, time skip, Ant-Man comes back, the rat that saved the universe. Yeah, Ant-Man comes back. He meets his daughter, Cassie, again, after 5 years. He cracks time travel. Tony Stark cracks time travel, of course. Tony Stark. Of course he cracked time travel sooner or later. So, that was pretty cool when they finally set it up. After I watched the movie, I read a lot of reviews on people saying that it messed up the Hulk somehow. I honestly felt that the Hulk was the best part of the movie. He was funny. The Hulk, it had a really good redemption arc for the Hulk. The Hulk, he was always that loner, and he's a loner that didn't want to be the loner. Humanity has tossed him out because of who he is. And a lot of people, especially me, I kind of felt bad for the Hulk. He needed something, the Hulk and Bruce Banner. And so in Endgame, they merged together and become Professor Hulk. And I'm sitting there, this is perfect. They finally did it. He's on the right path. Then in the ending, after the time heist, yes, there's the time heist, they gather the stones and put it in the Stark Gauntlet. They're all debating on who will snap their fingers and bring half of all life in the universe back to life. At first, the Lebowski Thor offers to do it, and Iron Man says, no, you shouldn't do this. And so Hulk is like, I should do it. And I'm sitting there like, yes. Yes. Because the Hulk, he's not had one good day before becoming Professor Hulk. He has not had a good day, not had a good life. He's lost his girl, Betty Ross. He's lived in seclusion. He's lost his second girl, Natasha Romanoff. And he just can't catch a break. And when they finally make ends meet, when Banner and the Hulk make ends meet, become Professor Hulk, he's finally getting to live the life that he never got to live. You see that in Professor Hulk's introduction scene. He's famous. A group of kids who originally would be terrified of him come up to him and ask for a picture, like he's a celebrity, like he's the president of the world. They go up to him, and you can tell what the Hulk is feeling inside. He's finally being loved for who he is. I honestly hope there's rumors going around that there is a Hulk TV show going to Disney Plus. If they do that, I honestly want the show to talk about how Hulk is dealing with being famous. Endgame makes it out that Hulk has become famous now. I think the TV show should make Hulk out as to be the one that leads. Now that Iron Man is gone, Captain America's gone, who knows where Thor went, Hawkeye's retired, Hulk is the only one who can really be an Avenger now. He's the only one who can be an Avenger. And so he can help lead the planet, the Earth, to the future after losing half of all life in the universe and mysteriously having it reappear. He can help lead them into the future. And I think that would be such a perfect redemption arc for Hulk. That would make him so perfect. It would cap its character off. So I was really happy they didn't off Hulk in this movie. Because if they did, I think that would have ruined it. When Hulk said, before he puts on the gauntlet, Hulk says, you know what's weird? It's almost like I was made for this. I go, yes. Like, Marvel was hinting at maybe they've been leading into this. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, there's a time heist. They all go battle New York, 2012, The Avengers, Thor the Dark World. Thor the Dark World gets a lot of slack. I actually liked Thor the Dark World. You're probably thinking, oh, I like the ones that get the most hate. I like Hawkeye, he gets hate. I like the Dark World, that gets hate. I like Professor Hulk, that gets hate. No, I just like them. I think the Dark World is a good movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a decent movie. And in a way, it's kind of the most important solo movie. It is pretty much the most important solo movie in the MCU because it leads a lot into Infinity War and in Endgame. So, it matters a lot. So, I'm actually really happy they did not uncanonize the Dark World. So, the Soul Stone, one of the tragic scenes, Hawkeye and Black Widow, they have to get the Soul Stone from the Red Skull. I was kind of hoping for Captain America to go, just to see what he'd do when he saw his arch nemesis again. That would have been amazing. Amazing. Just to see that. Now, the directors have confirmed that they wouldn't have fought or anything. Captain America would have just done his job. Red Skull would have just done his job. And I think they could have at least made small talk. Like, maybe Captain America would say, hey, what's up, Red Skull? And Red Skull would be like, well, what's up, Captain America? Give me the stone. Okay. That'd be that. I'd personally be alright with that. Just so they know that they're there. Endgame, it was a really good movie, especially the ending. I talked to a lot of people who got to watch this movie before I did. And a lot of people, they said, oh, BJ, you're going to cry the entire movie. You're going to lose it the first 5 seconds. So I'm watching the movie, I don't cry at all. I don't cry at all. And I'm sitting there like, I am the toughest guy around in my school, in my state. I am the toughest guy. Then that last scene hits. Tony Stark snaps his fingers, wipes Thanos and his army away. And I'm like, yes, he did it. Then when Tony Stark collapses, I know what I didn't know beforehand, but right when he collapsed, I think I knew where it was going. I knew Tony Stark was a goner. When he just drops on the ground and he lays there limp, I'm sitting there, yep, I called it. I called it. Sorry about that. But yeah, I called it. I knew it. I knew it. Man, I have my complaints about the MCU Spider-Man. I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think overall he's a good Spider-Man. It's just that compared to the other Spider-Man, he's there. He's down there. And when he cries holding Tony, he's painfully crying for his mentor to get up. That is kind of what got me. I started choking up. Actually, the second Tony Stark hit the ground, I started choking up. Then Pepper Pot, she comes to him and she knows it's it. She goes, Tony, it's okay. You can rest now. And that's weird. I don't think Tony would have accepted death unless Pepper Potts told him it was okay. Because Tony Stark, he started the MCU. He started it. He was there from episode 1. And through there, he's evolved from not really caring about Pepper Potts to putting Pepper's needs in front of his own. Pepper became his world. And that how it ended out Tony's character, I think it was about the most perfect character ending that you could have ever given the guy. I think that's about the only logical way to do it. Then Captain America. Yeah. I was hoping for this ending. I didn't want Captain America to die. When they added in time travel, when there was rumors of a time travel plot, I was thinking Captain America's going to go back and he's going to be Peggy Carter and they're going to live happily ever after. I was hoping for that. I was praying for that. And I'm sitting there like, I'm watching through this movie and I'm like, he's not. He's going to die. He's going to die. He's going to be the first to die. I know it. Then he goes into that time machine, don't come back. And then they see older Captain America, and I just go. And then there's the dance scene when he got to have that dance with Peggy Carter. Oh, if you don't, I understand if you don't want to, if you happen to do not cry the entire movie. But if you don't cry in either Tony Stark's death or funeral, or Steve Rogers getting that dance, you have no emotion. You hold no emotion in you whatsoever. Because this movie knew how to tug at your sleeve. It knew how to stab you in the heart. It knew it. Endgame is about the perfect ending for the MCU of this stage. Now, I only have one complaint. My complaint is Thanos. Infinity War, I loved Thanos. Thanos was in my opinion, Thanos was the main character of Infinity War. But Endgame, they wrote him out a little differently. Now, in the beginning, when Thor decapitates Thanos, I was alright with that. I thought it was a fun little twist. And I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, they're going to do something else now. And I was thinking, well, they'll probably resurrect Thanos for the final battle because he's the guy they've been leading up to. They just can't one-off him. They just can't one him off. Like, they just can't off him like that. And so I was pretty much expecting that they just resurrect Thanos. Then there was the 2014 Thanos that came in. I was okay. I was okay that it was a past version of Thanos that came in. But what I didn't like is they made past Thanos out to be a totally different character. Like, he was not the Thanos that they've been building up on these years. He was not the Thanos that they've been building up on. Thanos, in Infinity War, he was like the spiritual, the guideful. He was the sort of villain that after you heard one of his speeches, he made you want to join him. And I'm sitting with my buddy talking, and me and him are like, I would really work for Thanos. Not to just kill half of all life in the universe, but I would do it. I would go with Thanos because he was righteous. At least he had a righteous way of going about his plan. And I think Endgame's past Thanos, it kind of got rid of that. And that's my only complaint. But yeah, that's it. Endgame is perfect. It's perfect. Practically perfect in every way. I didn't really jump up until Captain America picks up Mjolnir. I was praying for that for years. Since Age of Ultron, I was praying for that for years. And I'm sitting there, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And Mjolnir lifts up, he grabs it like, yes, yes, yes. So, he does it. In the ending, when old Captain America gives Sam Wilson the shield. At first, I didn't like that. At first, I wanted him to give Bucky the shield. But the more I thought about it, I was actually alright with the decision. Because Bucky Barnes, he's more of Steve Rogers' best friend. And Sam Wilson is more of Steve Rogers' protege. In the MCU, Sam Wilson is his protege. They're like the Batman and Robin. The Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. Bruce Wayne, he trains Dick Grayson. And eventually, when Bruce Wayne dies, Dick Grayson is the only logical choice to take the Batman mantle. And in the comics, he does. So in the movie, they make Sam Wilson out. He follows Captain America wherever he goes. He'll follow him to the ends of the earth if he has to. And so, after I considered that, I was actually alright that Sam Wilson was the one that got the shield. Because he's made out to be the guy as the sidekick, the geeky guy who wants to follow his idol. So yeah, I was honestly, after a while, I was actually okay with it. And I'm actually really excited to see what they do with it. So, that's basically it for my review. I honestly don't do this. Now, Forrest Gump was my number one top favorite movie. But Endgame has dethroned it. Endgame is my number one favorite movie of all time. And probably my number one comic book movie of all time. Not because I'm an MCU fan. Not because I'm a crazy superhero fan. Not because I didn't like Logan. I liked Logan. I love Logan. It's just a good movie. Forget the superhero genre. It's a darn good movie. And I think in this world we need more good movies. I really hope... I have a prediction that the superhero genre will probably die down after Endgame. Because Marvel has been leading up to Endgame. And all that Endgame is behind us. I'm sure Marvel will come up with something else, but they won't be... Let's face it, they won't be able to top Endgame again. No one will be able to top Endgame. Endgame is a one-road deal. Now, of course, I might be wrong. They might make an even better movie than Endgame. They may be able to top themselves 100,000,000%. But I'm honestly thinking Endgame is the number one they'll get. They will never, no matter how hard they'll try, they will never be able to top Endgame. And so, yeah, I think that's about it. So, can't wait to see what Marvel does in the future. Like I said, I think that the superhero genre will probably die down after Endgame, because now that everything that they've led up to is done, Marvel fans won't really be wanting to wait another 10 years to see the next big arc. So, I think Endgame is the final marking of superhero genres, at least for a bit. Well, I don't really do this, but I think I'm going to give Endgame out of 0 to 10 stars. 0 being absolutely terrible, 10 being amazing. I honestly think I'm going to give Endgame a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect movie. So yeah, that's my review for Endgame. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me on my first video ever. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to see all the subscribers I get. And so, hey, I hope you liked this video. I hope you tune in again soon. This has been BJ the Movie Geek. You can find me on Twitter, BJ17 the Movie Geek. And I hope to see you next time.